PR Connections Radio presents. This episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is brought to you by Classy Communications PR and Advertising. Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and nonprofit organizations. They can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success.
Hello there, and welcome to the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. And I am your host, Jesse Oakley III. Now, the purpose of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is for yours truly to interview a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in the community, whether they're speakers, writers, entertainers, entrepreneurs, athletes, you name it, you'll hear from them right here, first, on the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. Now, today we have ourselves a wonderful episode for you. Now, I love getting a chance to meet with amazing speakers and entrepreneurs and so many amazing people that are doing amazing, wonderful things for this overall community. And it gives me great pleasure to actually welcome a person that you're going to hear from a lot in the future. Please help me welcome with big wins walking, none other than the one, the only, the amazing CM Owen. Hey, CM, how's it going?
It's going good today. How about you, Jesse?
I'm doing quite well. It's great to have you here on the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And with that being said, are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, without further delay, let's chat. Now, I happened to take a look at your website and see Big Wins Walking, and that piqued my curiosity. For the happy people out there, could you explain what Big Wins Walking is all about?
Big Wins Walking is really about helping people who feel stuck feel better again. A lot of the people I talk to are busy. They're tired and they know they should be doing something for their health, but they just don't. Not because they don't care, but because everything feels too big. So I start them out with something small, something as simple as a walk. Because that's one small step, and it can change how you feel, and that's what most people expect.
I'll tell you what, it sounds quite like the Atomic Habits, where you start off, in order to create something big, you start off with Atomic Habits and take it step by step, minutia by minutia detail. In order to get to something big, you have to go small steps to actually.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, I tell people a 10-minute walk is really going to get you started.
That is truly phenomenal and fantastic. Now, another question I do have for you is Big Wins Walking. And speaking of those small step-by-steps, how did you come up with this idea of creating Big Wins Walking? Could you please take us to day one?
Well, I've always been started training for long races, half marathons. And it was kind of funny because when I do a 10-mile run or a longer run, I wasn't anywhere near my front door. So I'd have a walk home. At first, it felt like a chore. I just wanted to get home. But a few weeks later, because I was still walking home, I started noticing something. Those walks, that's when I started feeling my best. My mood was better, my mind was clearer, and I wasn't stressed when I got home. I thought, wait a minute. This is something people can actually do, and you don't need to run 10 miles. You can just walk and still feel better. That's when it really started to click for me, seeing that you didn't have to do the run, but you could still do the walk and still feel better. And that was like a big eye opener for me.
All right. And again, happy people, do you notice a theme? In order to go do something big, you have to start small. And
Oh, yeah.
this is a good example of starting small in order to lead to the big. And again,
Oh, yeah.
notice the theme and follow the patterns, happy people. You could do something amazing big, but you have to start with small steps. Really appreciate that, CM.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, another question I do have for you is there have been many challenges in getting those small steps and actually creating something big, like big wins walking. Now, when it comes to getting this off the ground, what were some of the challenges that you faced and overcome with creating something this big?
Well, the honestly, the biggest challenge was learning how to simplify because there's so much information out there. And most of it tells people that they have to do more. They have to spend more time, more effort, more intensity. But the people I want to help, they don't need more. They need something that they can actually do that fits into their lives. So the challenge for me has been stripping it down to something simple, enough where someone will actually say, yeah, I can do that. And a 10-minute walk is what I really recommend for most people to start with.
All right. And again, a theme, happy people, start small, go big. And that's what's happening right here, right now. The challenges that is right there. This is not a mistake. This is not an accident. In order to do something big, again, start small. And this is about the challenges and everything that is going on right here with this episode. Now, we talked about the challenges that we overcame. What were some of the best moments that you experienced with Big Wins Walking?
Usually, the best moment for me is when someone comes and tells me that they actually did it. They took the 10-minute walk. And it's not that it changed everything, it's just they took the walk. And I thought, and they say, I felt better. That is a huge moment because it's not about the walk, it's about what that represents. It's them realizing it's something they can do. And once the belief is there, everything starts to shift. So they once they've done it once and see they can do it and it's not stressful or overwhelming, they can repeat it. That's the benefit of the 10-minute walk. Our lives are busy. We're pulled in so many different directions. So finding 10 minutes that you could take a walk and making that a daily habit is a lot easier than trying to squeeze in a 1 hour gym workout.
And I agree with you right there. You definitely got to keep it simple and make sure it's simplified. And these big wins, that you could actually experience big wins every moment by taking those 10-minute walks.
Oh, yeah.
Now, another question I do have for you is, let's say that you meet someone who is up and coming and want to start with the 10-minute walk, and they say, CM, you are an inspiration to me. You inspire me to actually take those 10-minute walks and start small and go big. And I want to do something similar to what you're doing. I want to be just like you. I want to be in your shoes because you are amazing. You're fascinating. And I want to be like you someday. If someone were to tell you that, what advice would you give that up and coming person that actually wants to be in your shoes?
Well, I would actually tell them to look at what they want to start working on and start smaller than they think they need to. Because that, I think, is one of the big problems. We see these big ideas and don't realize that to get to the big one, there are a lot of little steps. And it's not that people fail because they don't try. It's because they fail because they're trying to do too much too fast. But if you see that you have like 6 or 7 steps to get someplace, if you take each step one at a time, you'll get there. It might take a little longer than you originally thought, but guess what? That original deadline can be flexible. But if you say, I'm going to get it done in 2 days, that's not realistic. And so instead of asking, what's the perfect plan? Start asking, what can I actually do today? And repeat tomorrow. Because that's where real change happens. Because those little steps is what I can do today. And tomorrow, maybe I get to step number 2, or maybe I finish step number 1. It's recognizing going slow is good.
Exactly. You hit the nail right there on the head. Because in today's modern time, I like to call it the microwave culture, where people want something that quick, that fast, that now. But have you ever tried food for a microwave? You put the food in the microwave, you put it there for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then you take it out and you taste it, and it tastes all right. But when it comes to that oven kitchen, that oven culture, where you actually use the ingredients, you use the milk, you use the eggs, you use the meat that's there, you use the oven to actually cook it, and it takes about 45 minutes to an hour. And then like when it comes out, it's so
It's a whole different piece of food meal.
exactly. It's all that succulence. It is all that oven culture because once you do stuff in the oven, then you realize that it tastes much better than it comes from the microwave. Yet so many people want that microwave thing real quick, but they're not understanding the oven culture.
Yeah, they're not actually understanding that cooking the old-fashioned way is really going to give you the flavor. And
Um,
and people don't realize all those ingredients cook differently in the oven than in the microwave.
it certainly does, and it breaks my heart to see so many people wanting the microwave culture instead of having to go through the oven culture. So it's very, very tragic, especially in this environment.
Yeah, I think that part of it is so many young people haven't learned how to use the oven.
Exactly, exactly.
I remember growing up and my mom cooked everything on the stove or in the oven.
And I tell you what, that's about
So
the
you
thing.
have to be a certain age not to remember when the microwave didn't exist.
Understood, understood. And I tell you what, it's like that oven is like the same thing as stick shift because so few people are able to drive with the stick shift compared to an automatic. So they don't understand the stick shift.
Oh yeah. And it really is a different way of driving.
Oh, definitely. Now, another question I do have for you is we talked so much about how you got Big Wins Walking started, the challenges, the best moments, and extra advice. Where can more people go to know more about Big Wins Walking? Could they just go out to any type of website?
It's bigwinswalking.com.
All
And
right.
when they go there, I actually have a free guide that they can
Hmm.
download. And it's on the homepage, so it's not like I have to search for it.
Understood,
The,
understood.
the
And
one the one thing they do have to give me is an email address because I'm in the near future I'm going to be releasing a podcast called Step into Wellness. It's about walking and many different activities and ideas that are associated with walking. And I'm very excited. I'm hoping by the end of May it will be online. And so I'll be emailing my email list about that.
And I tell you what, I would be more happy to give you my email after this recording. And by the time this episode airs, the podcast should be up and running. And allow me to be one of the first people to subscribe to your podcast. So I definitely
Okay,
want to,
that would be
yeah,
great.
I definitely want to do that. So you already got one follower right here.
Yay. Yeah, I'm very excited about it because most of the podcasts I've recorded have been about between 18 and 20 minutes long. And
Okay.
the ones coming after that will be 10 minutes long because I talk about 10-minute walks. So I'm trying to make
Ooh.
it I want it to be the same number, the 10-10.
Hey,
So I'm working on shortening my podcast, but I'm going to
hey,
try and keep the dynamic of it still there.
hey, nothing wrong with that at all. And it's quite genius, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, my coach and I were talking the other day, and he goes, you're telling people to take 10-minute walks. Maybe we should have 10-minute podcasts. So that's what I'm going to be working on later today. Is working on a new podcast that's just that amount.
That's good. And sounds like your coach is a real rock star, and he is an amazing guy, truly
Yes,
magnificent.
he is. He is, and he's been helping me. We went through a lot of struggles, and now we're kind of overcoming them in terms of writing speeches. I've had a lot of struggles with that, but now I'm getting better.
Step by step, moment by moment.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of this, the next question is a shout out portion, and it gives you the opportunity to give a shout out to so many people that made your journey possible. If you can give a shout out to as many people as possible, who would you like to give a shout out to?
I'd like to shout out to my husband, who's always there to support me, and my coach, who has been so supportive and so great because he knows a lot of people and he's helped me find ways. You're my second interview this week. I'm so excited about that because I found another avenue to find people to network with, and in the future, you might be one of my guests on my podcast.
I'll be more than happy to be welcome. Just send me the invite, and like the young Michael Jackson says, I'll be there.
Yay!
All right. Yes, that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I have one more question for you, and it's one question where it's addressed to the people that watch this podcast, and they are my fans. They're called the happy people. And every time I ask this question, the happy people are amazed and enamored by the wise words of wisdom from my guests. So if you have one more solid wise words of wisdom for my crew and my group, the happy people, what would it be?
If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling stuck, don't try to change everything. Just take a walk. Not to be perfect, not to fix everything, just to start. Because one simple step can change how you feel faster than you think.
Oh my, I tell you what, CM, that is a perfect bookend to a wonderful episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. And on behalf of all the happy people that are watching this, I say thank you for being a part of this wonderful episode for the Sunday Morning Chat Series. Thank you, CM.
Thank you. It was fun.
All right, and this concludes this episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. For more about information about PR Connections, go to prconnectionsradio.com. But wait, there's more. If you want to see a plethora of podcasts that are under the PR Connections brand, go to YouTube and type PR Connections, subscribe, comment, link, and follow a plethora of podcasts that are under the PR Connections brand. But wait, there's also more. If you want to see past episodes of yours truly interviewing a plethora of positive people that are making big difference in the community, go to my own YouTube channel, the Sunday Morning Chat Series. Just go to YouTube, type Sunday Morning Chat Series. I'll say it again, Sunday Morning Chat Series. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and see the episodes that I've done from 2020, 2021, 2024, 2025, and right here in 2026. That is right, 5 years of the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley waiting for you. And on behalf of CM Owen and myself, this concludes the episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series, and stay tuned for our next episode that will take place Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, you take care of yourselves and always, always, always have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Voting is more than just a right, it's a powerful tool for change. Every vote counts and every voice matters. Voting protects your rights and helps to build a better future. And it's a way to hold our leaders accountable. Voting isn't just about the big elections either. Local elections impact our daily lives. It is important to study the candidates and the issues in order to make an informed decision. Don't sit it out. Your vote is your power. PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.